friends, got a quick and easy recipe share today. I kind of consider this one of my emergency go-to dinners when we are in a hurry or we came in at the last minute. It's something that I can whip up and have on the table within the hour. What it is a pot pie, chicken pot pie, and you need one chicken breast and a potato. You need some kind of topping for the pot pie. It can be canned biscuits. You can use a package of muffin mix, cornbread muffin mix, anything that you have. If you've got Bisquick, 2 cups of Bisquick and a cup and a half of milk. I just happen to have a box of these pie crust that I have one pie crust left, and I'm going to put that on top. So anything you can create a bread topping with will work just fine. As far as seasonings, that is your call. Salt, pepper. We like thyme, poultry seasoning, and a little Miss Dash. That's the table blend to your liking. Those are pretty popular savory seasonings, so that's the ones I use. Now this is a can of cream of celery. That is a staple in my pantry. I always keep a can of that. That is what gives it that pot pie taste that you are familiar with. And so a cream of celery, and then this is a can of chicken broth. I use about half the can. Now you'll need some kind of pie plate or pie dish, an 8x8 casserole, something, you know, not as big as a 9x13 unless you want to double the recipe. But you know, this will feed 2 or 3 people, and so it's the perfect size so you don't have a bunch left over if you're just feeding 2 or 3 people. And as far as vegetables are concerned, you can use canned vegetables, a can of veg-all, mixed vegetables. I just happen to have a bag of frozen Italian stir-fry vegetables. I do need to let them thaw out because I can't use them frozen because it will make my pot pie too soupy. I can microwave them a little bit or just let them sit out for an hour or so and let them get thawed enough. So what I need to do now is just boil my chicken and potato together. It does not have to be cooked through and through, but it does need to be cooked enough to where I can dice it up, and because it's going to cook some more after it's all assembled. So I'm going to get those 2 things boiled, and then once those things are prepared, then I'm just really going to throw it all in the casserole dish and stir it up and put the topping on. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I've got my chicken and potatoes probably 90% cooked, and I'm just going to dump everything in a separate little bowl just to get it all incorporated. So those are my vegetables. Those are my potatoes and chicken. This is my cream of celery. I'm going to use about half the can of the chicken broth. Just pour it to you, guesstimate about half. And then I'm just going to put approximately a teaspoon of the seasonings I choose. I'm choosing thyme, just a little poultry seasoning, and I already put some salt in there, and just a dash or 2 of pepper. And so I'm going to mix this all together, and then I will put it in my pie plate. Got it stirred up enough, and so now I'm not even spraying my pan because it's going to be the gravy and vegetables on the bottom, and there's not really anything to stick. And then depending on your topping as to what dish you're going to use, you know, that's when you would layer your biscuits on top or whatever. Now, like I said, I'm using this store-bought pie crust. I don't normally use these. I just happen to have one. And there's a variety of ways to do this. You can trim off the excess or just kind of roll it up and make a little crust. It's enough to where I don't think I need to cut it. I can just kind of roll it and make a little edge of a crust. And when you bake this, especially these kind of pie crust, you may have to cover the edges with foil just like you would an apple pie or something. But that'll work. And then I need to take a knife and do so, or I can just use my fingers, just to make some little slits so that the steam will escape. You'd normally use a knife. I just don't have one handy. But anyway, so now I'm going to bake this for probably up to about 30 minutes, you know, because everything in it is cooked except for my pie crust or your biscuits or whatever you have on top. So I'll show you what it looks like when it gets out of the oven. here is my quick and easy chicken pot pie. Lots of variations. Use what vegetables you have and whatever bread topping you can come up with. So thanks for watching, y'all. Bye-bye.